What is going on, guys? This is the Davis Sports Feud. I'm here today with myself, Kyle Davis, Tyler Wonky. Holy shit, I got it right on the first try, and T-Bone down there. We started this podcast kind of weird in our little behind the scenes thing, and all of us were in different places, and none of us liked it. Outside of T-Bone, because he does not like being the bottom bitch.
I am what I am, okay? I am what I am.
So, as you can see behind me, I have a Tim Tebow Jets jersey. That's signifying that we are doing the AFC East today. But before we do that, we last week, the boys did an episode without me, and they did their draft of the greatest sports films of all time. They gave you so many good ones, and if you didn't see their list, either go back and check it out on Facebook or check it out on Spotify. They are on both outlets. But I picked T-Bones as the best list. I know he's going to smile and snicker and talk shit to everybody now.
As he should have.
Now, the boys tasked me with putting together my own list, not being able to use any of the movies from the 15 they put out there. Not an easy task, because you guys had some amazing movies up there that I definitely would have picked at some point in this draft. But I'm going to give you my list. It's not what I exactly wanted, but I worked with what I had. And the first movie on my list, T-Bone already said he hates it, so I'm going to bring it out right away. It is Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler and Kevin Garnett in it. I think it's one of the best movies that Adam Sandler has put together. Like, yes, he is a comedy genius. He has so many great hits like Big Daddy, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, all of these great movies that he's put together. But I think him actually getting into a more serious role, he actually succeeded at it, unlike Jim Carrey doing, what was it, the number 23, and it was just a shit show of a movie. I think Adam Sandler did a much better job at diving into more of a drama role-ish.
It's the most stressful movie ever made. Like, it
really is. Yeah, but you get to see him get pissed off all the time instead of just doing like his angry rants. I enjoy it, and it has Kevin Garnett, and it's a sports betting movie, and it's definitely a different taste on a movie like this, and I personally like it. Outside of T-Bone, because I already know what T-Bone thinks. Tyler, what do you think of the pick?
I love Uncut Gems. I think it's a really fun out of the box pick. Adam Sandler has shown he can do drama in the past with movies like Punch Drunk Love and even parts of Click. I thought the drama parts of Click were rather good on his end, so he can do it. So like when Uncut Gems was coming out, I was super psyched to see a more dramatic take on Sandler's performance. And it's really stressful. Like all the Safdie brothers films are incredibly stressful films, but like it's one of those films that you just can't look away, and like you constantly want to see what happens. And I'll refute T-Bone's point that Adam Sandler's character sucks. He's supposed to suck. He's not supposed to be a good guy. Like, you're not supposed to like root for him like you root for like a Disney character. Like, it's supposed to be like an introspection into this insane world, and you're just supposed to kind of enjoy the ride, not enjoy the characters.
All right, so I'm not even going to give T-Bone the floor because I know
I don't want it.
Because I know I'm right.
I don't know, because there's plenty of times in film where the anti-hero, you're like, wow, I really shouldn't root for this guy, but he's just a great portrayal of this character that I can't help it. And he didn't hit that. He just like, no, this guy's just insufferable. There's nothing good about him. This sucks. I don't want to watch this. The ending,
that's one man's opinion.
The ending was perfect.
Well, I won't spoil the ending here, but you know that ending is that's the only time that's happened to Adam Sandler in a movie.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, because Grown Ups 2 didn't ever have that happening at the end of it. You're right. My bad.
Well, I mean,
which is a far better movie. Far better movie.
Unless you count like the last act of Click, but like,
that's fair.
So moving on to my second pick, it's not everybody's going to classify it as a sports movie, but they do play sports in the movie. So they are bowling throughout the entire movie. Oh. It provides a lot of great comedy, and it provides the dude. The Big Lebowski is my second pick. I think I wasn't sure if we were going to consider it a sports movie, but I listened back to the podcast from Thursday, and it's definitely a sports movie. It's got everything you want. And me and my fiance watched it a couple weeks ago. I've seen it a couple times, but she was watching it for the first time. She found herself saying on at least 3 or 4 separate occasions, what in the fuck is going on?
Welcome to the Coen brothers.
And that's exactly what I said. It's a roller coaster of a ride. It's got so much good comedy. It's got John Goodman pulling a gun on a guy who just had a foot violation. It was just a roller coaster, and it gave us so many different memes that you see all over Facebook, and that is by far my number 2 pick. You guys like it? Hate it?
I'm perfectly fine with it. Underrated as a sports movie, but great.
One of the true great cult films of the 1990s.
Very true.
100%.
Very true.
Yep.
So since we don't spend 30 minutes talking about my list, I'm going to move right along onto the next one.
Sure.
It's a little bit of a throwback movie. Not everybody has seen it. I know that, but it's one of my personal favorite films. It's another bowling movie, and it's Kingpin.
I love Kingpin.
It's pretty good.
Kingpin's awesome.
I haven't seen it in forever, but I mean, you can't knock it.
Well, and if anybody's ever seen a haircut of mine from high school, they always compare me to the Amish guy that's
Randy
in the movie.
Quaid.
Yeah, everybody compared my haircut in high school to that haircut. And at one point at my job, I showed too many people those pictures, and they plastered a picture of his face with the haircut on the back of my forklift. And I was like, okay, I'll give you some credit for that. I do kind of, the hair did look like his.
Never show work friends embarrassing pictures or videos of yourself. I learned that the hard way from that stupid video that goes around of me trying to break the wood.
Well, that's a great fucking video, though.
No, it's not.
That's hilarious video. What do you mean?
It would have died in my photos if I just wouldn't have shown Marissa just like in a passing, and she like took it and she posts it every year. It's so annoying.
Oh well, I might have to get a hold. I might have to get a hold of that video and put it on the Davis Sports View page.
No.
Oh yes, please.
Yes.
No.
So moving right along, so far I love my list. I know T-Bone has a problem with one of them, but it sounds like Tyler agrees with all 3 of my picks so far. My 4th pick is
how little you had to work with. I'm very impressed so far.
Yeah.
Yep.
So moving off of bowling, I have a movie that is quite old, but definitely holds up today. It is Hoosiers. It's
Hoosiers
basically the story.
That old. What like
you don't like Hoosiers, T-Bone?
No.
Why? We had this conversation too.
Yeah, we actually had this conversation. The problem that I don't like with Hoosiers, the movie, the story and what it the storytelling is fine. What I like a lot in sports movies is that their quality of sport is actually looks legit. Like the same shot is used about 5 or 6 times in that championship game. It's the exact same little jump shot, and it pisses me off because I know it's the exact same shot every time, and it ruins it. It ruins things for me. That's why I hate Hoosiers, because the actual film cinematography, as I learned a couple of episodes ago, the cinematography of the actual sports is awful.
Yeah. I'm actually going to agree. I like the movie more than T-Bone does, but I mean, the cinematography isn't great. The director wouldn't go on to do much after. I think he only did 5 more movies after Hoosiers, but I mean, the best part of Hoosiers is Gene Hackman and Dennis Hopper. You get 2 really great performances. I mean, think about it. There's not a whole lot of great basketball movies. You got Coach Carter, you got Hoosiers. What are you gonna say?
Don't mention another movie, because the last movie I have
Glory
is also
Road.
a basketball.
Okay.
Yes, Glory Road as well. My last movie is also a basketball movie.
Mike is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Air Bud.
Yeah.
Okay, this man has no right to comment about movies anymore. Doesn't like Uncut Gems, but likes like Mike. Come on.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why.
Mike was, when it
I have
came
no
out,
idea why.
it was a great concept. I'm very happy. I do want to point one thing out. I'm very happy none of us said Space Jam. I am very happy.
Space Jam's a terrible movie.
It is a terrible movie. Terrible acting. The only reason Space Jam was a great movie was a nostalgia movie for when we were younger.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now,
you liked it when you were 6.
What did you think about the new one? You thought it was terrible, didn't you?
Yeah, but I understood it was never catered for me.
Yeah,
I understand
and
that.
when the
Yes,
original
it was,
Space Jam,
dude. They're making Casablanca, Clockwork Orange, Mad Max jokes in that movie. Don't tell me it wasn't catered towards.
No,
you
young
also
and
have
bold
to,
people.
you also have to know your movies to pay attention to those references.
Yeah,
that they
like-
drop.
But kids aren't getting Mad Max references or Casablanca. It's not.
Mad-
those aren't for them. They're clearly trying to bring the adults into this movie. I hate.
No.
I hate that
I mean,
argument
yes, Mad
so
Max.
much.
They made a lot of references. I also
also
love
had
the little.
it.
I did love the touch of them saying we found Mike, and they bring in Michael B. Jordan.
That's the best joke of the whole movie.
Oh,
I
it's
called that.
hilarious.
I was watching it the first time, and I called it from the get go.
Yeah.
They're like, "I found Mike," and I'm like, "It's gonna be Michael B. Jordan." I
Yo,
swear. to God.
honestly, it would have been a better film if they just actually brought in Michael Jordan.
Just have
But like,
Michael Jordan,
but him
be
in like
LeBron
a
James.
baseball uniform, just like coming in with a bat. Like, what's up, guys? Like, just not the Michael Jordan we know. Oh my god, that would have been hilarious.
Well, that's
What the
the
hell
other
is your
thing that's
dog
so
doing?
bad. Like
I don't know what he's
Michael
doing.
Jordan. Like
He
had
likes to
no
look out the
acting
window.
credits. Well,
That's fair.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jordan had
I don't
no
think Michael
acting
Jackson
credits
can be in the
before
movie,
or
man.
after Space Jam, to my knowledge. LeBron James showed that he could be a good actor in movies like Trainwreck, and then he's terrible.
You're about to say
He
in
was
Space
bad.
Jam.
He was bad in Space Jam. His acting was
No.
bad.
He's terrible.
So
He
bad.
was so wooden in Space Jam. I
All right,
can't
so-
express my hate for Space Jam enough.
So I'm gonna move on to my last movie. It is another basketball movie because I do enjoy basketball movies. I love football movies, but you guys took all the good football movies, so I really didn't have much left to pick from. I picked White Men Can't Jump.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Great
Wesley
movie.
Snipes and what is it?
Woody?
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was great. What was the one with Jesus Shuttlesworth with Ray Allen in it?
Yeah.
What? No. That's not this movie. What was the movie? Hey, T-Bone, you remember the movie
Yep.
that had Ray Allen in it as Jesus Shuttlesworth?
Oh,
He got game.
there it
That
is.
game, yeah.
Yeah.
I looked at, but I was looking between both of those movies for a while, and I was like, White Man Can't Jump is a much better movie. Like, it's not like a masterpiece of film or anything by any means, but it's still a great basketball movie. And by the time I got to number 5 and 20 overall, I was running out of films real fucking quick.
No, it's a good
So I made a post on my personal page, and we have some honorable mentions from some of my followers on Facebook. My fiance Megan says Miracle, agreeing with T-Bone.
Bingo.
My
good
buddy
movie.
Turos says Airbud and Airbud 2. And then my buddy Rick says Mighty Ducks, only number 2. D2, the Mighty Ducks. We have Ward saying Hoosiers. I got Blindside, which I disagree with wholeheartedly.
I hate Blindside
Terrible
so much.
movie. We Are Marshall, League of Their Own, Rudy, and Field of Dreams.
We Are Marshall's another
Marshall,
terrible
that's a-
movie.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, dude. We Are Marshall blows. That movie
I
tried
quit.
to be remembered the Titans so hard.
Bye, T-Bone. Tyler, it looks like me and you are doing
Matthew
pod.
McConaughey is a goat.
Yeah, but Matthew McConaughey is the actor who needs a good director to get the most out of him, and that movie couldn't get shit out of Matthew
That was
McConaughey.
a great fucking movie.
No,
So
it's
a
not.
couple other people. Amber Dahl said Gridiron Gang is slept on.
Ooh.
Ugh.
What? These are classics.
It is a classic. I appreciate that
It's
movie.
another mediocre football movie.
So Peter Jansen says Rudy and Bull Durham.
Rudy and Bull Durham, both great movies.
Yep. We have Glory Road from
Rudy's
Gene.
ass.
Oh, come on, T-Bone.
Rudy is
Are you
so
serious?
ass. That does not actually happen. Just
Well,
because you're a
Dude, half of
practice
Remember the Titans doesn't happen. Who cares?
I mean, I did make that point. That's fair. But at least that had a better message. Other than this white man privilege, you work hard, you can be on Notre Dame's kickoff team. Fuck out of here.
well,
What
they
Adam
changed
Sandler
the
movie-
color
hey,
and
what
it's
Adam
radio,
Sandler
and that
movie
movie's
did-
worse.
hey,
So,
What Adam Sandler movie did we have? What did you guys have on the list? Was it Happy Gilmore?
Longest Yard. And
Longest
Happy Gilmore.
And Longest Yard. Somebody, my brother Michael Davis says Waterboy.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
That's a good one.
That's a good
I like
comedy
that one
movie.
as well.
I don't
We
hate that
have
pick.
Moneyball from another Kyle. Moneyball for the love of the game and Any Given Sunday.
For love of the game, I was going to say that's actually very underrated.
It is very underrated, but
I'm surprised
That
nobody
is-
mentioned basketball. I love basketball.
Bro,
Basketball,
that was on my
really good
big board.
That
I
was my
100%
next
had it up
pick.
there.
If, I was deciding between basketball and dodgeball.
I had
all
it
right.
up there.
So, what would you give my list? A 1 out of 10?
Hell.
Hell, there were good movies that you agreed with on there.
I think if you drafted with us and that was your list, it'd be like a 2.5.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
But given
like,
the difficulty level, it's like the gymnastics thing where
Yeah.
you have to do the difficulty. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you like a 3.5, maybe a 4 out of 5.
I'll give you a
depending on
4.
how
I'll give you a solid 4.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, a little,
Good
little
job.
harsh,
Good job,
but all
buddy.
right.
You definitely wouldn't
So-
have won with our list. But,
No,
but
not if I
still
had
a good
picked
list.
this list. So just for everybody to hear again, I have my first pick is Uncut Gems, my second pick is Big Lebowski, my third pick is Kingpin, my fourth pick is Hoosiers, and my final pick was White Men Can't Jump.
Love the respect for bowling, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah, that was kind of
Yeah.
probably the only 2 bowling movies there are.
probably, yeah.
Well,
So,
well, there's a
hey,
sequel
do you guys
to
want to
Lebowski.
talk sports, like actual
Yeah.
sports?
Yeah,
we should
I
probably
do.
talk sports.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we spent 15
why.
minutes on that, so this is probably going to be a long episode again.
Nice.
But
Great.
As if we have the time.
So-
right when I needed it to be a shorter episode. Thanks,
Uh,
guys.
So maybe we'll try and power through this a little faster. None of us chose teams, so we're going to do this as a group, and maybe we'll get it done a little faster. So we're going to start with the last place team from last year. They had the second pick overall, taking Zach Wilson. They were the New York Jets. And obviously, if you look behind me, I have a Tim Tebow Jets jersey behind me. I know both of them have already expressed that I should get a different Tebow jersey, but that's beside the point. The Jets only won 2 games last year. 2 games last year. 2 games last year. And they improved a lot of spots that they needed to improve. They drafted Michael Carter, North Carolina running back. They picked up Tevin Coleman, Corey Davis. I believe Keelan Cole wasn't there. And they also drafted Elijah Moore to kind of shore up like a receiving core so Zach Wilson isn't throwing to like nobodies. I think they made a lot of really good moves that will be good in 2 years. I think this year they're still going to be dog shit. Anybody else have anything to say about what they did in the offseason or what they think they're going to do this season?
I think it's just really going to depend on Zach Wilson like being better than advertised. If he's better than advertised, yeah, he can get something out of like Corey Davis, Michael Carter, the rookies. But I think that he's still got some ways to go. He's still too much of a raw talent where I just don't think this offense is going to work very well, especially under a defensive coach like Robert Saleh.
That's very true. So I think they are going to build up the defense. That's going to be their number one concern coming into this coming offseason. They've already addressed their starting quarterback position. They really do need to take care of that defense to really get back to what the Jets used to be really good at, and that was leading Mark Sanchez to the AFC Championship game twice. And Mark Sanchez is not a franchise quarterback.
Well, and they got some good pieces on the defense. They got CJ Mosley and what is it? Quentin Williams, like stuffing the middle.
Yeah.
Like
what didn't make sense to me was 2 years ago they traded away Leonard Williams, so they would have had Leonard Williams, Quinnen Williams, and then Sheldon Rankins. He's not that great, but Sheldon Rankins also shores up the middle of that line, and then you would have had Leonard Williams coming off the edge, which is a really above average defensive line. Unfortunately, they don't have much sitting behind them. They have Marcus May, who had a solid year last year, but now you're looking at Jared Davis in the linebacking core. You add CJ Mosley, like they're moving in the right direction, but I still don't see this team winning more than 4 games.
I mean, I'm looking at the roster here. They have nobody on the edge.
No,
like Carl Lawson's there, but I'm pretty sure he's injured now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
I see nobody on the edge. Like they got some decent pieces at D tackle and in the linebacking core, but I don't see anything on this defense that's going to consistently stop sack the quarterback.
I also think it's hilarious that their rookie quarterback looks like he's 12.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
He looks like a small child.
His mom's like a political nut on Facebook too. She's gonna try to end his career just like Eli Apple's mom did.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
They're going to be competing for best worst mom of all time.
Oh,
Are they gonna have that out at the NFL awards at the end of the year?
I hope so. That would be
hope
amazing.
so.
T-Bone, you got anything on the Jets?
Good
answer.
They're the
Moving on.
Jets, man. They're the Jets. They're the Jets.
To quote an
No,
Adam Sandler
goddamn
movie, the
Jets.
goddamn Jets.
Yeah, right. Right.
So, if we don't have anything else on the Jets, let's talk about their schedule.
Let's do it.
I'm sure their over-under is roughly like 4.5 games or even 3.5 games.
Oh,
I can't imagine more.
3.5, I believe.
Okay, I still would. I might take the over, but because it's hard to win or hard to lose 15 games in a season. But
Right.
their schedule is kind of forgiving, actually. So obviously,
I disagree with you, Davis. I think they got some tough stretches here.
they have some tough stretches, but it looks like they get the AFC. No, they don't get the AFC North.
They get the AFC
South.
No. They get the NFC South too.
Because I see Houston here. I see Indy here. Yeah, they get both, and they get both South. They get both South, it looks like. So starting out, they have to go to Carolina. What do you guys think? Win or loss?
I'm thinking loss.
Loss.
Yeah.
Loss.
Yeah.
Okay. At home against New England?
Loss.
Loss.
I think stocks up on New England right now. I'd say loss. Disagree,
Denver,
David?
at Denver.
No. Wait.
No.
Yeah, no.
Are we off like kilter here?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I think we're like actually have to think about this because like when do we think that the Jets are actually going to be a good team? And they're really not. Like so it's
when
like
the Jets are going to be a good
team.
You're hoping that Zach Wilson comes along at some point.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
so that's my point. When do we think that Zach Wilson might be able to like play well?
2023.
Right. So
yeah.
Never.
So it's going to be difficult for them to win any game here. The next one is at home against Tennessee.
Oh wait. What do we say on Denver? Loss.
Loss.
Oh, sorry.
Are we keeping you awake, T-Bone?
Yeah, dude.
Tennessee, I got it as a loss.
A loss.
Yeah, loss.
Yeah. At home against Atlanta, I can see them win.
Loss.
Win. I'll give them a win.
Oh, you guys stink.
I'll give them a win.
My God.
You guys are just doing that to
take them to week 5.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you goddamn right we are.
I'm not. Davis very well might be.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't tell. Off the bye at New England.
Loss.
Yeah, I'll say loss too. I thought about them splitting, but maybe not anymore.
They'd have to take the one early, and it's going to be Cam Newton coming out of the gate, I think, because I don't see them naming Mac Jones as the starting quarterback right away.
Yeah.
So game is at home against Cincinnati. I honestly think Cincinnati. It depends on what Joe Burrow is going to look like. If he's healthy, Cincinnati. If he's not fully healthy and back yet, it's New York's game to win.
Yeah, I think this might be one of their only wins of the season. I'll go win here.
Yeah, win. I like it.
Okay, so we got 2 wins on the board. We can count this as a loss at Indy. Yeah, here's one of your tough stretches you were talking about.
Loss.
Mm-hmm.
At Indy.
Loss.
Davis, you're awfully glitchy, buddy.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, crap.
Uh-oh.
He's done. Oh
Davis,
no.
You're glitching, bro.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. Does somebody else have the schedule pulled up? You guys handle this.
Yeah. Here I do. So, Indianapolis.
All right. You guys handle this. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Loss.
Yep. Buffalo.
Loss.
No way they win that game. That's a loss.
No chance.
Miami's interesting. I think once again, like I just have no clue what Miami's going to be, and I'm excited to talk about them a little bit, but I don't know. This is a toss-up for me.
At that point, we're looking at what, week 9, 10 or so?
So Miami's week 11.
Zach Wilson, he might be like, I could see it where Zach Wilson kind of plays how Justin Herbert started to at the end of last year.
Sure.
Where their team was still pretty bad. They weren't going to do anything major. But he had like the talent enough to make it like competitive.
Okay.
And I could see him pulling out a win.
Okay. So I'll give him the win at Miami. Plus, it's a division game. I always think, teams play each other harder within the division.
Yeah.
Houston, at Houston.
Win.
Win.
I say win, too. I think Houston's going to be a dumpster fire.
Hi, guys.
Week 13. Week 13 against our Philadelphia Eagles. That's a loss. We had it as a loss last week.
Okay, just because we have it in a loss in a different division, we need to clarify this. If we backtrack because we have maybe new information or actually started digging on teams,
Bingo.
I still think Philly's going to win this game.
Fair enough. so they're taking the L week 13. New Orleans, week 14.
Loss.
I think their defense is going to be pretty solid still.
Okay. Loss. Week 15 at Miami, but the time is to be determined. Interesting enough.
That's because it's whatever. I think they're going to flex that to a noon game because nobody's going to want to watch it. Loss.
Yeah. I'll say loss. I say they split Miami.
And Zach Wilson has his worst game off passing the ball in this game.
Yeah.
Of the season.
Week 16 will be interesting. Trevor Lawrence versus Zach Wilson, Jacksonville.
I think Zach Wilson can win that game.
I agree. Actually, I think Jacksonville's still a very bad team outside of Trevor Lawrence.
Well,
so
I'm
actually going to give them the win there.
I think the defenses will tell a story in this, and I think I trust the Jets defense more than I trust the Jaguars defense.
I agree. I'll go win.
Okay,
right, win.
Fine, win.
And can we just mark up 2 L's to finish up the season?
Tampa Bay and Buffalo. Those are
loss and
hardcore
loss.
L's. Yeah.
Sweep them both. Win-win.
Sweep them. Okay,
you and your final 2 games are amazing because you did that in another episode that made no sense.
Imagine that actually happened.
All right, so how many wins do we got for the Jets?
We got them at 5-12.
Okay, that's better than what I said at the beginning.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
so
5-12 would be a good season for the Jets, I think.
So anybody 100%. On this roster, do you think anyone on this roster is going to surprise people this year?
I mean, it's Zach Wilson or bust. I don't think anyone. No one's going to be like, "Oh man, did you see that Elijah Vera Tucker block?"
You never know.
You never know. You could have a breakout. They have 2 Michael Carters on this team, by the way.
Yeah.
And they have Lamar Jackson at corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
This roster is made of memes. I swear to God.
Yep.
He's a 2nd-year player out of Nebraska. So the only player I can see as like a breakout player on this team is not Zach Wilson. I think it's the running back, Michael Carter. I don't think he's going to start as the number 1 back, but I think he'll turn into a bell cow by the end of the year.
He wasn't even the best running back on his team.
That running back tandem at North was filthy.
Yeah.
Oh, he was the other one outside of Travis.
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, Javonte Williams. That was a hell of a backfield in North Carolina. So I think he's going to be your surprise player this year.
It's quite possible.
We're not going to dilly-dally on a terrible team. So we're going to move right along to another team that people are so flip-flop about that they don't know what to say about them. We're going to talk about the Patriots. They drafted with
we're doing the Patriots? I thought Dolphins came in third.
No, Patriots came in third.
Oh.
They ended their season with, I want to say, 6 wins or 7 wins as prepared.
Almost as many passing yards as Cam Newton.
So I don't know who's going to be behind center week 1. I personally think they're going to roll with Cam Newton at first and then transfer over or shift over to Mac Jones. They took him with a mid-first round pick because he was just sitting there waiting to be picked, and they knew that Cam Newton wasn't the long-term answer at quarterback. Bringing up there, they signed Nelson Aguilar. Oh, T-Bone's been waiting for this fucking conversation. Nelson Aguilar, Hunter Henry, Kendrick Bourne, Jonnu Smith, Damian Harris.
Nelson Aguilar.
Unlike Aguilar.
Yeah, we be catching these babies out here. Unlike Aguilar.
Oh
my god.
They made a lot of changes on offense because it was anemic at best for the New England Patriots last year. Yeah, I guess my biggest question I'm going to bleed off the top is not the question that's at the bottom of the screen. Can Bill Belichick bounce back and turn into a dominant coach back in the NFL again?
When was he not?
That's your question?
That's a terrible question. Bill Belichick will always be a dominant coach. It's whether
he wasn't a dominant coach last year.
He had nobody.
So what? And now because he has these average, maybe slightly above average weapons, what is he going to do now?
He has half his defense back. Half his defense went out because
they don't have Stephon Gilmore. If Stephon Gilmore comes back, maybe, but they're not guaranteeing that Stephon Gilmore is going to come back.
Still, like 4 of their 5 of their starters are still coming back.
So their starters they do have a solid squad on defense. They have Matt Judon, Dante Hightower, Kyle Van Noy, Devin McCourty coming back, which is a huge, huge thing. They have Anthony Jennings, who I want to say is one of their draft picks.
Who?
Anthony Jennings, Alabama corner. Yeah, I'm so prepared, guys. Safety. No, what the hell is wrong with me today? Linebacker, backup linebacker to Matt Judon. Sorry, I am not good at this talking thing. And they have Lawrence Guy on the defensive line. I think that's their weakness on defense is their defensive line, but they have such a good secondary that it's going to give their defensive line time. But at the same time, adding these weapons, I think, is only for Mac Jones, not really for Cam Newton, because like T-Bone said, the man can't throw 6 yards down the field.
True.
Well, and let's also think about this. Cam Newton is still unvaccinated. And we're already seeing that he has a history of not knowing how to quarantine and screwing over his team last year. And we've already seen a few players who maybe have been on the bubble who are unvaccinated versus the vaccinated players. They're picking the vaccinated players. It's the smart move.
Yeah, but they're not going to cut Cam Newton.
Why not?
They have Mac Jones. They don't.
I understand they have Mac Jones, but they're not going to just cut Cam Newton because
I don't understand why. Not.
They don't have any money invested into him.
Yeah, and they still have Brian Hoyer and Jared Stidham to be backups.
Jared Stidham.
Cam Newton isn't going to want to be a backup.
Stidham.
I say there's a good chance Newton gets cut.
I don't think he gets cut. I personally don't think he gets cut. They do have. They picked up Damian Harris from where the hell was he last year? Well, regardless, they still have James White. They got rid of. Did they get rid of N'Keal Harry?
Sexy Rexy.
Sexy Rexy. We're not going to talk about that man again. Oh, never mind. He's only been with the Patriots. I am thinking of somebody else. My apologies.
Oh God, N'Keal Harry.
Yeah, once you get past Nelson Aguilar and Kendrick Bourne, it's pretty bad. Jacoby Myers isn't terrible, but I mean, N'Keal Harry, Gunnar Olszewski,
Gunnar.
Yeah, exactly.
Olszewski.
Yeah. But they added Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith's more of around the goal line tight end, and Hunter Henry's going to get you your five yards here, 5 yards there, and he's going to be open most of the time. Yeah. Honestly, I don't see New England going. They might be close on like the cusp of like a wild card bid, but they're not going to sniff the top of this division.
No. I think they're a shoe-in for second place. Like, they're getting a lot of defensive starters back. They signed some good pieces on offense. And as we're about to talk about, their schedule is not bad. They're playing a third-place schedule. So I think they could easily make a pretty big jump in this division. And maybe even, you know what, I'm not even going to say give the Bills a run for their money because that's not happening.
No.
But
they do have a relatively easy schedule now.
Yeah. I don't see how... Like, I could easily see the Patriots like kind of having a bounce back year, especially with Bill Belichick as a coach. Like he's never not elite. Bill Belichick will be the best coach in the NFL until the day he retires.
So it looks like they have the NFC South and the AFC South.
Yep.
Just like obviously the whole division's going to have those two, and then their like off games are Cleveland, Dallas,
Los Angeles,
the Chargers. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what they can do with that because, I mean, they're almost guaranteed 2 wins just out of having the Jets in the division. But, I mean, do you guys have anything else to say? My internet is god-awful today.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I'm like, are you about to ask a question? And then it just cuts.
T-Bone, do you have anything else on the Patriots?
No, I don't think they're going to be good. I don't. I don't think Mac Jones is the real deal. I don't think Cam Newton is the real deal. No, they suck. That's it.
Well, this is going to be a very interesting schedule go through then.
Yeah, this can be good.
You want to do it, Davis?
Yeah, I got it. Let's see if my internet holds on.
Come on, baby.
They are going to start at home against Miami.
Loss.
I'm going to give them a win there. I think Bill Belichick will have his team at least ready to come out against who knows what Tua is going to be.
Goated.
It's not Tua that they're going to have to worry about. It's going to be a defensive struggle from both teams. The Patriots are going to struggle to put up points. I think Miami is also going to struggle to put up points. And this is also Jalen Waddle's first game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to come out to try and prove a point as a rookie.
So what are you picking for Miami?
I am going to pick Miami winning this. New England loses.
Okay.
Yep.
New England takes the L, and I'll vote it there. New York, I think we said is a win for.
Is a win.
What? Who is it?
New York Jets.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right, Davis. Sorry,
at home. No, you're good. I don't give a shit. My internet is so poopy today that you might have to take most of the reins of this episode. At home against the Saints.
Win.
Famous Jameis.
I think they're a lot more even than we'd think. I'll go win there too.
Okay. At home against Tampa Bay.
Loss.
I'm excited for that game though.
Yeah. At Houston.
Win.
Win, baby.
Yeah, win.
Just win, baby.
This is a really early homestand for them.
That's what I'm saying. Like their schedule is
well, the first half of their schedule. At home against Dallas.
Well,
that one's a little tougher.
I don't know. I think they're going to win that game. I think Dallas is going to be pure.
Yeah, I think Dallas is worse than.
Well, we said Dallas was going to win only 4 freaking games this year.
So
yeah.
At home against the Jets.
Win. They sweep the Jets.
Win.
At Chargers.
Loss.
At Carolina.
Loss.
At home against Cleveland.
Loss.
God, that's a rough stretch. 3-game losing streak. Maybe they break it at Atlanta.
Loss.
Yeah! Can't even fucking fight back on that one.
There we go, T-Bone.
Jesus. You just gave this man too much power.
I did.
At home against the Titans.
Loss.
T-Bone, you want to switch that Atlanta pick?
No. I don't, actually.
At Buffalo.
Loss.
Very late bye week. Coming off the bye at Indianapolis.
Loss.
No, I'll give them the win there.
I got a loss.
Okay.
So what do they have? They had, out of this like 8-game stretch, they have 1 win.
We have them losing 7 in a row.
Jesus Christ. No, you can't have 7 in a row. You called Atlanta. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Buffalo. At home against Buffalo.
Loss.
At home against Jacksonville. There's your win.
Win.
And then at Miami to close out the season.
I feel like I have to say default win because I don't think they're sweeping, or I don't think they're losing twice to Miami.
I also think they're going to be fighting for second place and possibly, according to us, New England's not going to be anywhere near a wild card, but I think there is the possibility that these two teams could be vying for a wild card spot. So I would trust Miami's defense more than I would trust New England's defense at that point. I'm picking a loss for New England.
I'll say win. So T-Bone, you break it.
Loss.
Okay. So
that's only got to be like 6
1,
wins.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins. So
Wow.
6 and 11.
Brutal. Bill Belichick does not bounce back.
No, apparently
He
not.
does not bounce back.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Oh, I just brought up the Dolphins, and I did not realize that they had all these players.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
That is my hot take of the year so far. So we're moving on to the Miami Dolphins, who I believe, did they make the playoffs?
No, I don't think so.
They came close, though, if they didn't. They did not. At 10-6, they did not make the playoffs. Yeah. They ended up drafting Tua's buddy in Jalen Waddle. They added Will Fuller. I don't know why I was about to say William. They added a backup quarterback because they needed a backup quarterback because Tua couldn't stay healthy last year, and Jacoby Brissett. Let me see their defense. It doesn't look like they added. They added Jason McCourty. Eric Rowe was there. They got
Emmanuel Agba, was he there?
No, Emmanuel Agba was not there. I don't think Roquan Davis was there either. But they have one of the better secondaries. They added to it. I don't think they have no names are really popping out on their as their backups, like to check if anybody from the draft. But your secondary has Byron Jones and Xavier Howard in it, and he just said that he was recommitting to playing for the Dolphins. They have Andrew Van Ginkel, who is, I wouldn't say like a dominant pass rusher, but he's a serviceable pass rusher.
Van Ginkel.
What are we, 5?
Yeah.
That's a funny name.
Hey, at least I'm paying attention while T-Bone's texting over there.
I'm literally looking something up for the fucking Bills. Leave me alone.
Oh, man, dude's not even on the Dolphins. He's moving on to the next team already.
Okay, I'm here.
He doesn't care about it. So if you guys are looking at the screen right now, I know people listening on Spotify cannot see the banners that we put up. My hot take for this episode is I hate my internet.
Is weird.
Hot take for this episode is Jalen Waddle has the possibility of being Rookie of the Year. Does anybody think that it's possible? Because I know you're both going to go against me.
No, I think it's possible, but
if Justin Jefferson didn't win last year, there's no way Jalen Waddle wins it.
Yeah. Because you got to assume one of the quarterbacks that were drafted that are starting are going to have, if they have a decent season. Like if the Bears compete for a playoff spot because of Justin Fields, he gets it.
Oh, 100%.
Because he improved the team.
Yep.
So
yeah, but I
think
don't know
it's
if
possible, unlikely.
I think
Jalen
this
Waddle's
is one of the
gotta have
few years that it's more possible than not. Yeah, you have a bunch of rookie quarterbacks starting, like Trevor Lawrence. I think he's going to have a rough year. I think Zach Wilson will have a rough year. Trey Lance he might see the field right away. He might not see the field at all. So that's a big question mark. You also have, who am I missing? Justin Fields might not play until like week 4 because they're so down with saying that Andy Dalton's QB1. I think if it's going to be any year, I think the possibility of a position player other than a quarterback winning MVP Rookie of the Year, I think this is a possibility for one of those years.
Yeah, but I would still probably take like Najee Harris over one of the wide receivers.
Oh my God, dude!
Likelihood.
Like
he's wetting his pants for Najee Harris. Jalen Waddle will also be returning kicks and punts this year, along with.
Is he?
Yeah,
that's kind of surprising.
But the rest of their wide receiving room is pretty good, too. They have Devontae Parker, Will Fuller, Mike Gesicki at tight end. I think this is an improved team, but I don't think they're going to have an improved year. I think they're either going to stay exactly where they were around 9, 10, 11 wins, and then may miss the playoffs again.
If they win 11 games, though, that's a hell of a year. Like,
yeah. And that
11 and 6 is a damn good season.
I'm also putting a lot of faith in Tua Tagovailoa.
I don't know why.
It's way too much faith into him.
Well, he had a bumpy rookie season, but quarterbacks take steps in their second year, and they usually take their bigger step in the third year. So we'll see what happens. It's not like they're just going to give up on Tua after a year or 2 years.
Well, they don't have a veteran backup to go to if
they have
sucks.
Jacoby Brissett.
Like I said.
Oh, okay. You're just in love with the beard too.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys think this Dolphins team can be?
A playoff team.
Yeah.
Like
I think that they're they missed it by one game last year, and I think they're better than the team from last year. So they get that one game difference. I don't think they do make any noise in the playoffs, but I think they at least make the playoffs.
I can looking over this schedule a little bit, I can definitely see them winning 10, 11 games.
Yeah. Their absolute ceiling is competing for the division.
I don't think they're anywhere close.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's anywhere close to
We'll
Buffalo.
check the schedule. We'll check the schedule.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'd be curious.
Starting at New England.
We had that as a win.
At home against Buffalo.
Loss.
At Vegas.
Win.
Loss.
Win.
Okay.
At home against Indy.
Loss.
I don't know who the quarterback is going to be.
Yes.
That's the hard thing with AB.
Yeah, so Miami wins.
I take Miami.
All right.
At Tampa Bay.
Loss.
I think it's going to be a closer game than everyone thinks, but yes, loss.
I agree, but yeah.
At home against Jacksonville.
Win.
I'd say loss.
Is this a rematch between Trevor Lawrence and Tua
Yeah.
I think so.
from like the 2019 national championship game?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Clemson,
I think
Yes.
after
That's the
after
game
a
that Tua
3
came in to relieve Jalen Hurts.
No,
That was 18.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
regardless,
before.
I think it was still against Clemson.
it was.
No.
I
It was against Ohio State, wasn't it?
No. Ohio State was in it last year, but I think they had like a couple years before they were in it. Again, I think the time before that is when Zeke was in the national championship.
I know Tua threw the ball to Jalen Waddle for that touchdown that he did come in for.
Correct. I just don't remember the team they were
both
facing.
freshmen.
I think it was Alabama.
Oklahoma. Was that in the
No,
national
there was
championship?
no fucking way.
No.
Oklahoma hasn't
I'm
competed
saying,
for a national
was it in the
title a
national
while.
championship?
Yes. The year
Was
that
the-
they came in for Jalen Hurts?
it was against the Georgia Bulldogs.
Jeez.
Jesus
Yeah. Okay.
Christ.
That kind of makes. Cause that's why I was like, I thought it was red and gray.
Okay. Regardless. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence versus Tua.
Tua.
Yeah. I mean,
All right. This will be
Come on.
interesting. Let's see what the hell Tyler says on this one. At home against Atlanta.
loss, baby.
Win.
Oh my god.
Win.
At Buffalo. You're not winning that battle.
At this
bud.
point, Tyler's got like 16 wins for the fucking Falcons.
Hell
against
yeah,
everyone
baby.
else.
They're not winning the division. Calm the fuck down. At Buffalo.
Buffalo loss.
Loss.
At home against Houston.
Win.
I think the only reason I'm going to say this is because they're at home. At home against Baltimore, win.
Ooh.
I'll agree with you actually.
I was gonna say I'll agree, but I like that would surprise a lot of people.
I don't know how much it would surprise him because that defense Lamar Jackson's not going to throw more than 100 yards in that game.
Well, okay. I'll say they beat Baltimore, but then the next week at New York, I'll say they'll lose to New York.
They can definitely drop a game to New York after coming off of such a high of beating Baltimore.
Well, actually, let's see what we picked. What is that, week 11?
We definitely picked Miami.
We had the
to
Jets
win that
winning.
game.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
did we? Okay.
Yeah. The loss.
At home against Carolina.
Win.
Win.
Well, I'm outnumbered, so it doesn't matter.
Were you really going to say that Carolina was going to win that game?
Yeah.
With Darnold?
I'm tempted to, but
Switch it.
I'm not gonna switch it. No, I'm not
Switch
gonna-
it.
You know damn well I'm not switching.
I was
At
talking
home
to
against the
T-Bone, not-
Giants.
Win.
Win. At home. Coming off a bye at home against the Jets.
Win.
Win.
Yeah.
Whoa, Tyler. Whoa. Jesus. They're not sweeping the Dolphins. At New Orleans.
Win.
Yeah. Okay. I'm outnumbered again.
At Tennessee.
Loss.
And then to finish up the season, at home against New England.
Win.
Miami usually beats New England later in the season at home for some reason.
1, 2, 3.
I think that was like
4,
10 wins.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins?
Oh!
There's no way.
Miami could compete for the division, maybe.
Like I said.
They have a pretty easy schedule. They have a very
No.
lenient schedule.
There's no way this team's going 12-5.
There's almost but you look at the schedule and you almost don't think auto loss except out of 2 or 3 games.
We also took into account like them losing to the Jets.
Well, and giving them the win in Baltimore. Like,
Okay,
You
and
can
we made
flip
up
flop
for
those.
it.
You can flip flop those.
And you still have 12 wins.
Yeah.
that's wild. That doesn't sound right at all.
Miami
and I know it
playoff
doesn't
team.
sound
Well,
right
you
'cause
probably
I got
had-
voted on a few.
Yeah, I was like, you got to vote at least 2 of them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Miami playoff team, yes or no?
Yes.
I mean, at 12-5, you got to say yes.
Okay, take the schedule out of it. Do you think they're a playoff team, Tyler?
No.
Ooh, interesting.
But,
I think they
but
can
you
be a
already
playoff
said that.
team.
You already said they got better than last year.
No,
And
you
they were-
said that. I didn't say that.
I'm pretty sure
I thought
I think you
Oh,
said that.
No, I know I said that, but I thought one of you said that too between the pieces they added.
If I
Oh,
did,
that's
I just
fair.
agreed while I wasn't listening. So.
Ah.
All right. So since we're slowly running out of time, we're going to move on to one of my favorite teams in the entire NFL.
I agree.
I've liked Josh Allen since he came out of Wyoming.
Idaho.
No,
It's Wyoming. I'm giving you shit.
I was going to say, wait, what? I know you're trying to fuck with me, but calm down. And also, they added the great Bears quarterback Mitchell Trubisky. They have Devin Singletary, Zach Moss, and Matt Breida at running back. Pretty deep running back room in case one of them gets hurt, because last year I think Singletary got hurt towards the end of the year. They have a top.
He did.
I would mark him as top 5 wide receiver in Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, who for some reason is playing out of his mind in Buffalo. He's playing way better here than he played in Dallas. Maybe
but he's in COVID protocol and refuses to get the vaccine. So
that's also true.
Yeah.
Dawson Knox, and they have Packer great Jake Kumaro.
Jake Kumaro, baby.
Wasn't he a Whitewater boy?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And they house one of the best defenses in the entire league, led by Tre'Davious White, Micah Hyde, and what was the last one?
Jordan Poyer.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have one of the better defenses. You added Emmanuel Sanders to an already pretty good wide receiving room. You have multiple good above average. I would call Devin.
Oh, there it is.
You guys are waiting for it, weren't you?
I was about to say my dad. Oh, okay, yeah. My dad texted us. He said we all froze for a second.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
By the way, he told me to shout out, "Happy birthday, Mom! Love you."
There you go.
Happy
Good job, buddy. Way to listen.
Devin Singletary, I think, is going to have a massive breakout year. I also think Josh Allen has the capabilities of doing just what I said at the bottom of the screen. I think they have an MVP on this team this year.
I think he wins the MVP this year.
I think the only thing that could hold this team back is their below average offensive line.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of known names on the right now.
Yeah. And Tyler, the MVP's out in Los Angeles, by the way. His name's Justin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I thought he was going with Matthew Stafford.
Imagine that.
If
I
Matthew
said that as a hot
Stafford
take.
pulls out an MVP after leaving Detroit's just gonna burn their whole team to the ground.
That would be so Detroit, though, to trade
They
away
would love
a
it,
player.
though. They would love it.
They would be like,
They love Matt Stafford.
former Lion MVP Matthew Stafford. All right, cool. Calm the fuck
Just
down.
not on the Lions.
Just not on the Lions.
Yeah.
I think this team is I want to call them a lock for the division. It's one of the few.
Damn near.
There's only, I want to say, 2 or 3 teams in the entire league that you can flat out say they're a lock for a division title. It's going to be the Chiefs, and even that's a questionable lock.
No, it's a guaranteed lock. There's no way the Chiefs don't pull out first.
I have a lot of takes about the Chiefs when we talk about them.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
And a lot of it is negative. I just want to put that out there.
What?
I'm going to try and pick apart. I want to pick apart that team because everybody just thinks
I can't wait.
Everyone just thinks they're a juggernaut. Yes, they are pretty much a juggernaut, but they have a lot of holes. With that said,
I wouldn't say a lot.
Is it possible to be sexually attracted to a defense? Because I'm feeling that way right now with the Buffalo Bills.
Calm down.
Like I am just. Oh my god.
Both hands on the table, Wonky. Oh man, that was good.
All right.
Do you, other than their offensive line, do you guys see any problems with the Buffalo Bills?
They're running backs. I'm not 100% sure. Like, I like that they're young, like Singletary and Moss are young, but
yeah, they got a bunch of like okay guys at running back.
One of them breaks out, it's a wrap. But you're banking on the running back being very, very like helpful.
As Davis said, already behind a bad offensive line. So
Right.
a below average or maybe average offensive line. I'm just saying that because I don't recognize any of the names.
Maybe they take a step forward and they surprise a lot of people, but I still think with Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, and Cole Beasley, and even Dawson Knox, if you want to throw that name in there, this is a team that is. This is a very offensively. This is a team that could honestly win 13 to 14 games this year.
Emmanuel Sanders is too old.
Yeah, but he still gives. He's
it doesn't
still
matter. You don't need him. He got Diggs.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if he takes enough pressure off of Diggs. I think Diggs is great. That's not what I'm just saying. Like I would, if they would have gotten like a rookie guy or like someone who's younger to like, I don't know. I don't buy
I was
in
about to
Emmanuel
say, I'm
Sanders
looking.
stock
This
anymore.
team could use another like receiver. Like they could have used Nelson Aguilar, honestly.
Like Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah.
Yeah, give
That's
JJ
never-
Arcega away to.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Yay!
All right. Yeah, maybe wide receiver 3 is a weakness, like behind
Yeah.
Diggs and
Yeah, but usually a duo is good enough in today's NFL. Normally you need 2.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
some teams don't even have 1. So
Correct.
That's true.
So looking at their schedule, it's actually a brutal freaking schedule. But I think they can still come out with 12 to 13 wins and win the division. Do you guys have anything else to say about the Bills before we get into the schedule?
I do not.
No, sir.
I think we're putting T-Bone to sleep.
No
I had a
kidding.
long.
You want me to sing you a
I had a
lullaby?
long ass day, man. I had a
So did
long
I,
ass
dude.
day.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, so did
as
I. I
hell.
spent it in a hot ass warehouse, man. Come on
I
now.
was spending the day outside too, hucking things
Okay.
around. Like
All
no
right.
one's saying you guys didn't have long days. Jesus, just say I had a long day today.
So testy today.
I'll knock your shit off your face.
Someone's a little sassy this evening.
So sassy.
Sassy
Run through the
today.
fucking schedule. Go through the schedule.
All right. We're going to start the schedule. Again.
It's like the perfect time.
That's great.
Oh, shite.
All right. Before we start the schedule, what do you guys think for the win total?
Like before going through it.
Yes.
I mean, over the Dolphins, so I would say at least 13 wins.
13.
Yeah.
I got 13.
Yeah, and like I said, I could see the Dolphins possibly giving them a run for their money. So if they're at 12 or 13, even 14 wins, and the Dolphins are at 12, like that's not running away with the division and an auto lock as we are claiming it should be.
Well, I mean,
Whoa.
are we just assuming right off the bat that they're winning all their division games? Because I think we had that.
I think we had them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah. We didn't
Oh,
pick Buffalo losing a division game.
Oh well, we're going to be
We-
wrong on that aspect.
All right. Well, let's go through it. Starting with at home against Pittsburgh, I think it's a win.
Win.
At Miami,
Win.
the Washington football team at home.
Loss.
I'll say win.
I'll say a close win.
Fuck you.
At home against Houston.
Win.
So they're going into Kansas City 4-0. I believe both teams.
It's going to be a great game.
I think both teams are going to go in 4-0. I think this is kind of honestly be the AFC Championship game as well. At Kansas City, I think it's going to be a brutal game.
What?
No, I'm saying like back and forth. It's going to be a really good game. I'm not saying brutal
Oh,
bad.
okay.
I'm saying brutal like holy crap, this is amazing.
Yeah, okay.
At Kansas City, I think Kansas City wins by a field goal.
I think Buffalo wins, and people are going to start saying Buffalo's going to unseat the Chiefs, and that's just not going to happen.
So I'm picking here. Because week 5 and 6, I think they're splitting this. So I think they lose to Kansas City and beat Tennessee. So I'll say loss.
I'd
Lost
say a
to
flip
Kansas
on
City.
that for sure. And the reason I'm going to say a flip is that I don't think Buffalo's run defense is very good. I think Derrick Henry runs for like 150 yards in this game.
Oh, I think their defense will be able to hold Derrick Henry to nothing. I say they win this game.
If the
Nothing.
Green Bay Packers can hold Derrick Henry to a respectable amount of the Tennessee Titans can be beaten.
Okay.
And the Bills can do it.
Well, I say they win. You guys say loss.
I have Buffalo winning.
Did we have
Buffalo
Kansas
winning
City
against
winning or losing?
You guys had them losing.
Yeah.
I had
So
Buffalo
win.
winning.
I have
All
them
right.
winning
So
then.
win. Okay. Like
Coming
I
off
said,
a bye at home at home versus Miami.
win.
Oh, this is an easy 3 weeks stretch after that brutal 2 weeks.
Yep.
At Jacksonville.
Win.
At Jets.
Win.
At home against Indianapolis.
Win.
Loss.
Davis.
Win.
Hey,
So you're telling me they're what, 11-1 at this point?
That would be true.
that is correct.
No.
Okay.
Man, they've almost already matched Miami's.
Yeah, well, let's keep going.
At New Orleans,
Win.
at home against New England,
Win.
at Tampa Bay,
Loss.
Even though I'm pretty sure we had Buffalo winning when we did the NFC South.
Correct.
Okay.
Probably.
at home against Carolina. You got to give them losses somewhere.
They're not losing to Carolina.
No, they're not losing to Carolina. At New England.
Win.
Tyler, I swear
Say
to
it.
fucking God.
No.
I swear to God, Tyler.
You said you had to give them a loss somewhere.
At home against Atlanta.
Loss, baby.
Win. To win. Don't even do it. Don't do it.
Win.
Thank you.
You know damn well I'm not going to do that shit. And then to finish off the season, they're going 15-2, dude.
Yeah.
New York.
No.
15-2.
15-2,
Your Buffalo
dude.
Bills are the AFC North champions, and
I have them at
AFC
14-3, maybe 13-4.
That's
There you
fair.
So
Buffalo
It's
Bills
not-
are your lock for
that's
AFC
that's
East
not
champions.
that's not running away with the division though.
If you go
What do you mean? They're
15-2,
3
I don't
wins
give a
above the
shit
Dolphins.
what anyone else is doing.
I
You ran away with
have
that
them 2
division.
games. I have them at 2 games.
If you sweep the division,
If you sweep the division, you win the division. It's as
you
simple
win
as
the
that.
division and you ran away
Oh,
with
thanks
that
for
division.
that, Captain Obvious. If you sweep
Well,
the division,
it's possible, but it's very hard to lose the division while sweeping your division games.
that's true.
Like,
All right, boys. How do you feel about the AFC East now?
it's the Buffalo Bills one to lose. Like,
So basically, we have said
Oh yeah, great time. Right as the recap goes on. That's great.
so
Is my
we have
internet gonna let me
said
fucking finish. Jesus Christ. So it looks like we have the division ending the same way this year as it did last year, with New York on the bottom, New England in third, Miami in second, and Buffalo, in my words, running away with the division. I want to thank you guys for coming on, as always, and anyone who tuned in. Watch out for this episode. It should be dropping on Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and anywhere you find podcasts by the end of the day tomorrow. I'm going to say around like 7 o'clock. I'm going to have both episodes from Tuesday and today on there. And we are doing a special recording afterwards. It's not going to be live, but you guys are going to be hearing over time. We're going to be doing our special episode at Stenny's. Super excited for this one. We're going to have a big crowd for opening night or kickoff, first kickoff for Cowboys Buccaneers at Stenny's in, what is that, Walker's Point? That's Walker's Point, right?
Yeah, it's Walker's Point.
Yeah, in Walker's Point. They have great food, great beers, great people.
I might be hammered. We don't know.
Might be.
I might be
If
doing
all-
the podcast hammered.
That's okay. That means we get good ass content and we'll get a lot of TikToks.
I'm fine with that. I'm all for the content.
he's gonna
And-
butter them biscuits.
Uh-huh.
Butter
And
my
everybody-
biscuits.
it-
Stir them up.
He's gonna stir the. Isn't
Yeah,
it stir
stir
the
it.
biscuits?
Stir the biscuits.
He's
Throw
gonna-
some butter in there. Throw some butter.
That's why
Stir
it's
it
so
up.
stupid. Nobody says stir biscuits. They
That's
say
why.
butter.
That's why it's T-boned.
Yes.
It's perfectly T-boned.
Smash
Guys,
my
come
biscuits.
Definitely come check out the show at Stenny's. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
great time. We're gonna have a lot of fan interaction. It's gonna be a good time. And
If
guys,
you heckle me, I will punch you in the face.
all right.
No,
Alex
he won't.
Morton,
He'll just stare at his phone the whole time like he did.
Morton,
for
don't show up to
No.
the Stenny's. Morton, don't show up to Stenny's. Don't do
Alex, please show up. Let me roundhouse your ass.
it. Stay tuned for a promo coming for that episode, and we are going to be hitting the West Coast for the NFC West and the AFC West next week. Guys, for the Davis Sports Feud, I'm Kyle. That's Tyler, and that's T-Bone.
Oh,
We'll
I was waiting
talk
for
to
the
you
cutout.
soon.
Damn.
Enjoy your night, and be sure to check out the Davis Sports Feud.